Okay, let me see. Well, hopefully this will work. And I'm going to be right in front there. So, all right. Well, hopefully this is working. I don't know what a mess I am. I've been crying and crying. Just received many divine downloads from the Divine Feminine. Here I am, Shasta in the background, me in the foreground. I hope you can see both. Well, the rainbow world. The rainbow world is the world that has kept me going my entire life. It's a remembrance that I've had. It's a remembrance of living in cooperation, a remembrance of living from a heart-centered place in community, where we communicated by telepathy. And it wasn't communication just with other humans, but with other beings as well, many beings. Of course, the nature spirits, the trees, the plants, the mountains, the rocks, the sun, the earth. I consider my true mother to be the earth. She nurtured me. She taught me. She taught me much. When I was a child, I had a difficult time feeling belonging within my own family. And I turned to nature, and I turned to the earth, spent many, many hours in the forest, on rocks, talking with deer, talking with birds, squirrels, chipmunks, snakes, lizards, turtles, trees. I could ask a question, and that question would always be answered by nature, usually the clouds, the wind, the waters. Maybe the trees would answer, someone would answer. And it would be an answer that there was always a resonance of truth. There was just no doubt this was the truth. There was not a question of, there was not a feeling of, well, this is what everyone else believes, so I'll believe it too. And it could be tested out in every situation. It was the truth. And it fit. It was like putting pieces of the puzzle together. It fit. So in this rainbow world, I remember seeing incredible vitality in everything, especially the plants, and the earth, the trees, the fruit, the food. I would see throbbing rainbows. And when I would cup water from a spring, from water that was coming out of a rock, they call it artesian springs, and it's always such a miracle. This water just comes out of a rock, and it's fresh, and it's incredible. I would cup it in my hands before drinking it, and there would be rainbows in it. Rainbows around the trees, rainbows around other beings, around animals and people, but this was my remembrance, and I always wondered why was it not like that? Why was everything so dulled down in this world now? And I was an educator in environmental education for over 20 years, and I had to stop eventually because of all the extinctions that were happening. It was such a heartache for me to see so many beings disappearing from the earth. And yet, mankind kept plowing on forward in the name of something they called progress. And yet I would see more and more homeless people, I would see more people struggling, more violence in the world. So all this plundering of the earth, making way for more homes, more manufacturing, more digging of minerals, it didn't seem to improve life on earth. And I'm here today to speak about the rainbow world because this is what we're going towards. This is what, if you're watching this, this is what you came here to help co-create as well. And when I say co-create, I mean not just with other people, other members of the tribe that are meeting up, but co-create with nature. For in nature, that's where the divine blueprint is. The divine blueprint of how things work on earth in harmony, in sacred harmony. When we live in sacred harmony and we create in sacred harmony, then things are in natural balance. No struggle, they're in natural balance. That's the kind of grace and ease that helps support life for all beings, where it's a win for everyone. And so in co-creating with nature, one of the first things to do is reconnect with nature. And many of you that are watching this love nature, love being out in nature. But there's a forgotten language of communicating with nature. And one of the first things to do is to be in nature with a heart of gratitude rather than of I want or I need or can I have this. And it's not that you personally come from this selfish place, but it's within the mass consciousness. It's something that we inherited in the world as it is right now, and that exists within the consciousness that you are a part of in the field. And so it requires a consciousness of that dynamic, that we tend to approach things from sort of a baby place, even in our prayers of, please help, I need this, I want this. And we need to be aware of that so that we can break out of it and help others break out of it and influence the field of consciousness so that it can go back towards that which supports all, go back towards that which is our natural and our true essence and being, that which is connected, that which is heart-centered. And when I say heart-centered, I don't mean ooey gooey, huggy, lovey-dovey. I mean connected at the heart, being in alignment. For some, that connection at the heart, they feel it most around other people. For others, maybe around babies or around puppies or animals or nature, or maybe when they're in the midst of their project that they have such passion about. And that's awesome. That's awesome. So heart connection, heart-centeredness, groundedness, receptivity. These are all divine, these are all feminine characteristics and that we all have in us, whether male or female. Right now there's a call for balance, and so the sacred feminine is definitely wanting to be activated in all, and there are, especially in women in the world, but in men too, that feminine needs to be expressed to create balance. Right now we're in a too adrenalized world where, because the world is too adrenalized, and our consciousness is too adrenalized. It's created a lot of imbalance, and so we need to get back to that receptivity and the feminine qualities that will help balance this world, and the feminine wisdom that will help balance this world. And we need your gifts. You're watching this, you have a calling, and maybe you're seeking that calling. Maybe you're wondering if you're just crazy, but you're not. Or if you are crazy, it's like, join me in my craziness. It's great, it's awesome to feel this good, to feel high. Right now there's a gathering happening, and there's a prophecy, there's a Cree prophecy that during these times where we very challenged by situations and people, events, to sort of come down to the level of what you may consider the opposition. And yet, if you can maintain and even go higher in your refinement of consciousness and of centeredness and groundedness, and in Hawaii, what my good friend Kealoha calls raising the standard of aloha. If you can do that, if you can wear the mantle of wisdom, of sacred feminine wisdom, if you can stand tall and grounded, even in the face of the biggest opposition, even in the face of the things that bring up your anger, your rage, your fear, just know that this is the time to do this. Know that this place that I'm filming from right now, just off the mount of Mount Shasta, this place was created with much intention, and it's a safe place. And may this be also a transmission of the safety that exists in your life, in all of our lives, in connecting with nature and connecting with spirit. You have this already, it's with you. Although there are many programs that tell you you're not safe, there are many programs that tell you you need to acquire that safety from a man, or from a job, or from your kids, or your family, or from stuff, from a purse, from a car, from those great shoes that'll make you look really cool, maybe even better than others around you. That's not your true sense of safety, and that's why there's this constant grasping for more. So just drop into your true sense of safety. Spend some time in nature. Reconnect with nature. Get messages from nature. And have the intention to co-create with nature. I'll help you along the way. Glad you're here. Thank you.